In 1961, the Soviet Army acquired the RPG-17 individual grenade launcher, which had a huge impact on the world as an individual heavy firepower weapon, and many military forces suffered losses from it. In 1968, the Soviet Union began developing a weapon similar to the RPG-17, which could be disassembled for easy carrying and had a longer effective range. This is the RPG-16 anti-tank rocket launcher specially developed for paratroopers. The basic structure of the RPG-16 is similar to the RPG-7, with a shoulder-fired smoothbore launcher and corresponding sighting equipment. However, it is not lighter than the RPG-7 when deployed. Without ammunition and sights, it weighs 9.4 kilograms and is approximately 110 centimeters long, while the RPG-7 weighs only 6.3 kilograms and is 950 millimeters long. This does not seem to meet the portable requirement, but it is related to the design of the rocket launcher. The launcher can be disassembled into two parts and placed in a carrying bag, and the longer section is only 64.5 centimeters long. The diameter of the launcher is 58.3 millimeters, while the RPG-7 is only 40 millimeters. A thicker tube naturally means more weight. The RPG-16 fires the 58.3 mm caliber PG-16 high-explosive anti-tank ammunition, rather than the RPG-7's over-caliber ammunition. This ammunition weighs approximately 3 kilograms, with a higher initial velocity of 250 meters per second, and a penetration depth of 300 millimeters against homogeneous steel armor. The higher velocity also means a longer effective range, which can reach 800 meters. When targeting a 2-meter high target, there is no need to consider bullet drop within 500 meters. Different ammunition requires a new sight. In addition to the built-in mechanical sight, there is a detachable PGO-16 optical sight, similar to the sight used by the RPG-7 but with different scales and a 2.7x magnification. There is a foldable bipod at the front of the launcher for stable shooting. In the early stages of service, the RPG-16 was effective against most tanks in the world, and soldiers were very satisfied with its flat trajectory. Usually, a firing team consists of 2 people, with one carrying the launcher and 2 rounds of ammunition, and the other carrying 3 rounds of ammunition and a light weapon. However, with the emergence of composite armor and additional armor, the RPG-16 can no longer effectively combat Western main battle tanks, and it is not as effective as directly carrying the RPG-7. The Soviet Army used the RPG-16 in several actual combat situations, but not for anti-armor combat. Instead, it was used to attack machine gun positions and regular buildings, and soldiers highly praised its performance. Due to its power, the Soviet Army began to replace it with the RPG-7D in the early 1980s, but production did not completely stop. Russia also produced a small quantity in the 1990s, with a total production of about 120,000 units. It was not widely exported, but was inherited by various countries after the dissolution of the Soviet Union.